off. Raise your voice and shout, we're breaking down the walls. We're breaking free, yeah, we're breaking free. No oppression is out for liberty, breaking free. Yeah, we're taking a stand. Freedom's in our hearts, we're reclaiming our land. They try to silence us, but we won't be tamed. Voices getting louder, can't keep us in chains. We got the power, we got the might. Together we can shine, together we can fight. Feel the rhythm in your feet, it's time to stand tall. Raise your voice and shout, we're breaking down the walls. We're breaking free, yeah, we're breaking free. No oppression is out for liberty, breaking free. Yeah, we're taking a stand. Freedom's in our hearts, we're reclaiming our land. They try to silence us, but we won't be tamed. Voices getting louder, can't keep us in chains. We got the power, we got the might. Together we can shine, together we can fight. Feel the rhythm in your feet, it's time to stand tall. Raise your voice and shout, we're breaking down the walls. We're breaking free, yeah, we're breaking free. No oppression is out for liberty, breaking free. Yeah, we're taking a stand. Freedom's in our hearts, we're reclaiming our land. We're claiming our land.
I hate this show. Oh my goodness.
All right. Welcome everybody to Are You Smarter Than a Politician? This is a very special edition of Are You Smarter Than a Politician? We are coming to you live from Freedom Fest in Las Vegas inside the You Are the Power Action Center. So tonight we're celebrating the marketplace of ideas because Freedom Fest, You Are the Power, and this show all believe that the best ideas don't win by force. They win with open debate, competition, and persuasion. So we have three notable political minds here to battle over the biggest question shaping America's future. Only one will earn the most points from you. So get ready because tonight you decide who is smarter than a politician. Excellent. So joining us tonight, a multiple-time champion, Avens O'Brien. She is the co-founder of Advanced Mycology. She's on X at Avens O'Brien. How are you tonight, Avens? That's nice of Mitch. I'm sure he's tuning in and he's fully dialed into everything. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, excellent. So joining us for the first time, Andrew Heaton. He is the host of The Political Orphanage, which is a really great show. I've really been enjoying it. He also does AndrewHeaton.tv. And on X, he is at Mighty Heaton. How are you tonight, Andrew?
Great.
Is every heavy breathing phone call, is that Mitch McConnell? Is that what you're saying? Excellent. Awesome. And last but not least, Terry Kibbe is joining us for the first time tonight. She is the co-founder and CEO of the amazing organization Free the People, which is freethepeople.org. She's also a producer on Kibbe on Liberty podcast. That's on YouTube Blaze. She's on X at Terry Kibbe and at Free the People. How are you tonight, Terry?
I am fantastic. I was almost late because I too was talking to Mitch McConnell. But I'm excited what we talked about.
Awesome. And our Friday night shows are brought to you by Xano. Your privacy matters. Choose Xano, the leading blockchain platform that prioritizes confidentiality and security. And if you're new to this space and you don't know anything about privacy coins and why they're essential for liberty, go to intro.xano.org. Another one of our sponsors is Zoom Beyond Truth. Go to zoomtrip.com, XUMTRIP.com. It's a lot of fun. It's similar to Avens, so much fun. So Thank you for sponsoring us. And thank you to all of our subscribers. We appreciate you so much. You can subscribe to us on X. And if you want to sponsor the show, email studio@freedomuncut. And in August, we will be at the Midwest Peace and Liberty Festival in Lake Satoshi, Michigan. Go to mplfest.org to register for that. And let's jump into the chat and say hello. Let's see. Is the chat working? Are we getting? Okay.
They have opinions already.
Do they? I'm just going to cherry pick them. So
Actually, talking to Lana Snyder is on this.
we got an LFG here. All right.
Apparently we can't hear us very
Andrew's here. Welcome. D's here. What's up, D? All right. Let's jump in. I don't know if mine's lagging or I don't know what it is. It's the internet, but all right. Welcome again, everybody. Please share this out. Help us the algorithm. Sometimes our opinions aren't well liked by Elon, so all the help we can get, we appreciate. And thank you again to You Are the Power and Freedom Fest for having us here. This is a dream come true for me and Terry. We're so happy to be doing this. This is so exciting. So thank you so much. And you can follow me on X, like I mentioned. I'm at Smarter Game
We are
Show.
getting good audio
Terry Batts,
from
our
the
lovely producer
contestant.
who hasn't gone on the road with us yet this year, is here. I just have to say, if you're lucky enough to have one friend in life like Terry Batts, you're a very, very good person. She makes my dreams come true all the time. So absolutely love her. So glad she's here. Oh, that's very nice of you. Excellent. And also with us, the whole team's here. This is exciting. So Amity Lee helps us out. She's right there. She's Amity Lee 13. Did I call you Amity Lee? Amity Dold. So, and then Casey is, I think, behind the scenes here. He is the host of the They Both Suck podcast, which is excellent. It's on semi-annually on Wednesdays at 8 something. And he's at American versus Gov on X. His family has been traveling around in an RV to go to all these shows with us. So him and Emily's out here too. Emily's right there. Mrs. American versus Gov, right? Spectacular family, great friends of ours. Thank you for doing all you do for us. All right, and you can get our swag at freedomsuperstore.com. We have shirts, we have mugs, we got Make Anarchy Great Again on there. My other car is a Killdozer, all sorts of good stuff. There's our YouTube and Rumble if you're interested. All right, so since Trump ruined peace prizes, we made our own. So the grand prize for tonight is the Are You Smarter Than a Peace Prize? Also on the prize shelf, we have Mike Johnson's signature cologne, Swamp Ass, as well as the Ayn Rand Fountainhead teddy bear. We have an assortment of libertarian bobbleheads, including the great Justin Amash. Also on the prize shelf, new today, we have the Congressional Pacemaker. It keeps you just alive enough to vote for more spending and to take more money from special interest groups. We also have all of the religious books by Trump. We have the Trump Torah, the Trump Quran, the Trump Bible, all of the Trump religious books that he wrote all of himself in China.
You can't pronounce that fourth one, can you?
I can. Mahabharata, right?
Yeah. As long as it's not the Trump Kama Sutra, I'll read it.
Yeah, excellent. And also, since we have a Vegas theme tonight, you also will get a spin on the next war roulette table. Will it be Iran? Will it be China? Will it be something made up? You get to decide. We also have the Trump rug pull starter pack. Make billions, leave bag holders, launch, pump, dump, repeat. And of course, I like to pick on both sides being a libertarian. So here's the tent city tourism. You get 7 nights, you tour all of the tent cities. It's really nice. Good time for a little vacation. And we have the UFC White House set. And because it's from the White House, you actually have to buy the figures separately. So be aware of that. And we have the federal employee starter pack. And of course, it's July, but we still can't get rid of the Trump nativity set. So somebody please take this off of our hands. And of course, we've got the Lego Killdozer because nobody talks about the Killdozer more than me and Casey do. Here's how the game works. I am the government. Whatever I say goes. Scoring errors count. Life isn't fair. Suck it up, Buttercup. Nobody cares. Here's how scoring works. The chat controls the score, so you can give or take up to 100 points from contestants. Give us a reason why. Don't give us a reason why. And because I am the government and I believe in crony capitalism, subscribers can give or take up to 200 points because they pay me, so they matter more than the rest of you. Okay, so nuking a score. Any former contestant can nuke a score, taking it down by 1,000 points. The twist is it can only be done once, and it's got to be for a good reason. All right, we are ready to go. The first question of the night will go to the lovely Avens O'Brien. Avens, the category is 1776 at 250. Avens, would the founders recognize today's government?
I mean, the founders would recognize it as the government that they made a Declaration of Independence against. So yes, they would recognize it, but not as the government they founded.
Absolutely. So true. All right. Andrew, to you, the question is, has America become too centralized?
Yes. Should I elaborate? All right. Harkening back to Avens' question, the whole country in 1776 would fit in most U.S. states now. Like, you think about how big the country was when we first got started. When George Washington was president, you know, he did office hours. Our country was small enough, if you had a jacket on, you could just go to the president's house on Tuesday and meet the president. The rule was, I'm not making this up, you had to have a jacket and you couldn't be drunk. And you could meet the president of the United States because there were like 50 people in America. Now we've got a giant country, and it's centralized at a higher degree than it's been for a much larger population. My answer remains yes.
Interesting story. And I like the history series that you're republishing too. So I've been really enjoying those. So
thank you
I
very
have a
much.
crazy piece of trivia about this, by the way.
Go
Did
for
you
it.
know that the federal budget the year that Washington was president was less than Washington's net worth? Whereas the richest person in the world right now, Elon Musk, our federal budget is such that we could, like, if they took all of Elon Musk's money, it would only last about a month in the US federal budget. Like, isn't that nuts?
That
So
is
what
really
you're saying
crazy.
is Elon needs to make more money.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what the left is saying.
All right. Next question is to the lovely Terry Kibbe. Terry, is the Bill of Rights still being honored?
Maybe. I mean, it depends, right? Free speech is a huge issue. I'm going to quote the great Rob Schneider. Free speech matters even when it's shit you don't like. And the government keeps trying to crack down on people talking about COVID and all of these other issues. They keep canceling us. They are trying to, arrest people. In the UK, they do it. I know we, declared our independence from them 250 years ago. But I think free speech is being challenged. The Second Amendment, I want my guns. Don't take them away from me.
All right. Awesome. All right. Next question is to Avens. The category is cronyism. Is corporate welfare corruption?
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, we're upset about, we talk about taxation as theft, but that's the whole point of corporate welfare. It's more taxation, stealing your money and giving it to corporations, whether it's to corporations or other Americans, it's wrong.
I agree. All right, Andrew, to you. Has lobbying become legalized influence peddling?
I'm going to go with no. I think the correlation is oftentimes confused with causation when it comes to lobbying. There's a what? Oh,
sorry.
No, you're fine. You're allowed to lobby. Everybody's allowed to lobby the government. That's how that works, right? We're allowed to lobby the government. You're allowed to pay people to lobby the government. I think just having the lobbyists themselves is not a problem. And I think the idea that the lobbyists have become influence peddling oftentimes results in legislation that would limit the free speech of people involved in the country, of saying, well, because lobbyists buy off politicians, we should limit what you can give to campaigns. I don't want to do that. So I think that the problem is oftentimes that lobbyists throw their money behind people that are shitbag candidates rather than being bought off by the lobbyists.
Well said. I like it. All right, Terry, to you. Is cronyism hurting competition?
Yes. So I always like to say, all right, I'm just going to stop there. I clearly have the audience with me. So I always like to say that the left fears the power of big business and the right fears the power of big government. But the smart people, the libertarians, fear the massive power that happens when big government and big business collude with cronyism.
I like it. Awesome. And style points at the end there. I like it. Excellent. All right, Avens, next category to you. And anytime we do anything with guns, I like to point out we need Free Dexter Taylor in New York, who is wrongfully imprisoned over assembling illegal parts of a gun. So Free Dexter Taylor. Avens, the category is gun regulation. Do gun laws stop violent criminals?
Funny thing about criminals is they don't care about laws. So when there are gun laws, it doesn't stop them at all, but it stops innocent people who need to defend themselves from being able to legally own guns.
Absolutely. All right, Andrew, to you. Are red flag laws unconstitutional?
Yeah, I'm afraid you're gonna have to nuke me. I think there could be some circumstances where they'd be all right. I would not be categorically against red flag laws. I think there could be situations where if you had provided a level of legal recourse, that it would be all right. Nuke me, it's fine, go for it. But yeah, no, I'm not categorically against them.
Remember when you asked if you said something that was not libertarian, what would happen?
Yeah.
I think we just found out.
Yeah.
I think we may have just found out.
This is what you get for having an actual independent here.
All right.
Okay, come talk to me.
You should take some Zoom. We'll talk.
Yeah. All right, Terry, to you. Has government focused on the wrong solutions to violence?
When has the government ever focused on the right solutions to anything?
Absolutely. Perfect. All right. Avens, back to you. The category is data centers. Should local communities be able to reject data centers?
So I believe that people can do with their private property what they wish, and therefore people who own like the property that a data center is going on get to decide what to do with it. I understand there's tragedy of the commons when a business could impact the environment around it. So there obviously needs to be some conversation with the community regarding that. But at the end of the day, like I don't get to decide what someone else does with their property and their business, and they don't get to decide what to do with mine.
All right. Excellent. All right, Andrew, to you. Has government gone too far with economic incentives?
Yes. Yes, it has. You want to have an actual competitive free market, and that involves an emergent process where people are making decisions, and the best thing rises through the top through innovation, competition, and what people actually want. When the government's trying to put in multiple incentives in any form, you're putting the thumb on the weight. There are certain situations where you're going to have negative externalities that you want to get rid of, which involve having an incentive structure, or you have positive incentives that you want to encourage. We are not there. We are far, far beyond that, to the point where there is a incredibly meddlesome, overly complex, top-down government that's interfering with that free market.
All right.
That's fine.
Got a red flag for you.
All right, Terry, to you. Should private companies ever get special treatment?
No. I mean, competition matters, and that's what we believe in. Once government steps in, they skew everything, mess it up, and just leave it to the free market.
Excellent. All right. All right, enter your scores in the chat if you've not done so already. And I'd like to also take this moment to urge you to donate to You Are the Power. Go to youarethepower.net and you can donate. I personally donated in Xano just today. So if you want to do it with a privacy coin or crypto, you can do that on the website too. I prefer Xano for those. I just gave to Mobility Independence Foundation, a bunch of other organizations using Xano because it's none of the government's damn business who I donate to. So, excellent. All right, so let's jump in the chat. All right, the chat's hopping now. Here we go. Oh, Nathan's here. What's up, Nathan? 500 points to You Are the Power for hosting. Absolutely. Bronner's here. Points to You Are the Power. And then points to Zoom for Beyond Shrooms. They are excellent. 100 points to Casey. Well deserved. Minus 50 to Heaton for making me think about that Trump Kama Sutra. That's fair.
Fair, Nathan, fair.
Spazzy Cuttlefish is here. Welcome. Liberty Shamrocker's here. Anarchist Chef's here. 200 to Andrew for the Kama Sutra. Here we go. Here we go. Now we've hit rock bottom. We've had nukes and Kama Sutras already. Jim's here. What's up? Jake is here helping us out. Appreciate you, Jake. $200 all three contestants for drinking while they play.
Jake,
or are they playing while they drink?
Jake, if you knew how much we were drinking beforehand, you'd have given us 600.
There you go. Matt Kibbe's here. I had the honor of being on his show today. I was so excited. 100 points to Terry because I'm afraid to vote for anything else. That's fair. That's fair. Mrs. Fix-It's here. Welcome. 200 Avens, our government, are the red coats, 100%. Red hats, red coats, same difference. 200 to Andrew. Yes, the end. That's my buddy Chris. What's up, Chris? 200 to Andrew for the history lesson in the answer. 100 to Terry. Don't tail my guns.
Don't tail your guns. Don't tail them.
I believe this is Rob Yates from LPNC. What's up, Rob? 137 to Terry for wanting her guns. Avens is giving points. You can't give points. You're on the show. That's how this works. 100 points to Terry for wanting her guns. Absolutely. Points to Terry. Points to Terry because she's awesome. Points to Terry, yay libertarians. Points to Terry from executive publisher. Welcome. Points to Avens. Points to Terry. Did you pick any with words this time, Terry? My Terry, not the other Terry. Now I'm just doing math. I feel like I'm doing an audit here. 100 Avens, leave our guns alone. 100 Avens, criminals don't obey laws. It's sort of what makes them criminals. That's fair. My buddy Jake's here from Tough Love Records. What's up, Jake? 100 Avens for the gun laws, only publish the good guys. Andrew is here. 100 Avens, criminals don't follow the laws. Minus 100 to Andrew, all gun laws are infringements. Here it comes, man. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Is it like Shoot the Moon where, in like hearts, if you get all the hearts, you win the game? Like if I get the worst score, do I come out at the top?
If you get all the nukes, I think Trump pretends to come after you or something. That's what it. 194 to Avens for offering Andrew Zoom. That was very pleasant of her. 113 to Terry for the government not focusing on the right solutions to anything. 100 to the guy. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's you.
Go the penis. Yay.
We just like to call him the dude.
Usually they say 100 to the guy ? That was a period. I take that as a definitive statement of my masculinity. Thank you, Internet.
Points to Avens for private property. Points to Terry, government always with the wrong solutions. Points to Avens, more to Avens, let me do what I want with my property. Points to Avens. Points to Avens, couldn't have said it better. Points to Avens because Ryan Woodcraft is a psychopath. This is a long running joke. Points to Free for saying hi to me. You're welcome. I appreciate the point. Avens is still in the chat. Points to Heaton for being brave enough with an unpopular answer.
Thank you.
My buddy David Moscrip's in attendance. What's up, David?
It's not like I'm giving the points to myself. I'm
points-
handing it out.
No,
Points
I
to
like
me
this.
for wearing a suit jacket in 100-degree weather. Yeah, I think this is made of asbestos too. I have no idea what this is. Don't buy stuff from China, kids. There's a tariff on it. It's a bad idea. And you are the power. Thank you again for hosting. $100 to contestants for coming to hang out at the Action Center. It was a popular day at the Action Center. I hope you all had a great time. What an amazing organization. And like I said, make sure you donate to youarethepower.net. All right. Let's check out the scoreboard and see what is going on here. Wow. All right. Terry's in the lead, 43-13. Andrew just behind, 4,100. And Avens, 3,950. It's a very close race so far. All right.
In Avens' defense, the only reason I'm ahead is because Avens gave me points. So thank you very much for that.
Our Terry's a strict grader here. She's not letting Avens.
Okay,
I don't
all
like
right.
any of this kumbaya stuff where you guys are nice to each other. I want a cage fight is really what I'm going
I'm
for.
gonna keep giving out points. I don't care.
All right, jump back into it here. Avens, the question to you. The category is laws against free speech. Is offensive speech still protected speech?
Absolutely. The only way to you want to combat offensive speech, provide some of your own.
All right.
Oh, I guess I like speech more than you.
Yeah, guys, come on.
Andrew, to you. Should Americans have the right to anonymously criticize the government?
Yes. Yes. I would say that you really have the right to criticize the government in all caps, anonymously, non-anonymously. Yes, fundamentally, we have the right to criticize the government. That is part of the pact of our great country, that the government is irritating and we're allowed to make fun of it at all times. Yes.
I always like to point out The questions aren't stupid. The government's stupid. They only give me so much to work with. They're banning, free speech in lots of places. So it's not me, it's them.
In the
So-
spirit of the room we're in, by the way, remember you need to cyberbully the government. Like that's what Spike Cohen always talks about. That's important for us to do.
Yeah, I think I got that on my laptop somewhere. So yeah, absolutely. All right, Terry, to you. Has protecting feelings become more important than protecting free speech?
Sadly, I think so. And I'm going to go back to the UK. They have had like these most ridiculous laws against free speech online. And I think that they were called non-crime hate incidents. And the UK government banned them. And they were arresting people for making jokes online. We did at Free the People, we made a video called Censorship Royale, where we had James Bond leave the UK and come to the US to track down the guy that was shit posting about, about the government. And it turned out that Elon Musk, who also we pretended he was in the video, he retweeted it. It had over 40 million views. And recently the UK has rescinded that law. So we at Free the People are taking full claim for that happening.
Amazing. Love it. All right, Avens, back to you. The category is free trade. Do tariffs hurt Americans more than foreign countries?
Taxation is theft and tariffs are taxation. So of course.
All right. Andrew, to you. Does protectionism create more problems than it solves?
Yes, it does. It 100% does. The amount of jobs that have been lost to foreigners is dwarfed by that have been lost to robots. When you look at the amount of jobs that have declined in the steel industry in the United States compared to the actual amount of steel we have, turns out we're just automating a shit ton of stuff. We produce more steel now than we did before NAFTA. We export more stuff now than we did before NAFTA. Free trade creates jobs because it makes things cheaper and it gives us more money to innovate. Protectionism ends up distorting the market and punishing you for having the temerity to buy something from a foreigner. It makes everybody poorer and it's stupid.
Love it. All right, Terry, to you. Is economic freedom impossible without free trade?
Oh, I've been waiting for this free trade question all night because I have props. Scotch whiskey. You can't talk about whiskey without tasting it, is my motto. And so I want to talk about Donald Trump's tariffs on Scotch and how they hurt Americans, but we're all going to drink. Really, on the rocks? It's on ice. He got more. So in Trump's first presidency, he imposed a 25% tariff on Scotch. So what happened? The export of Scotch to the US dropped dramatically. And so you would think that that would mean that people would be drinking more bourbon and you know, buy American and life is grand. But what Trump didn't realize is that free trade goes both ways. So a lot of Scotch, like this beautiful Glenmorangie, is aged in bourbon barrels. And in the US, bourbon can only be aged in new oak. You can only use the barrels once. So what do the big distillers do with all of these barrels? They send them to Scotland. So it reduces the cost of production for US bourbon. So when Trump imposed the tariffs on Scotch, it didn't actually help US bourbon, it actually made it more expensive.
Oh, indeed.
So I don't remember what your actual question was, if I was supposed to say yes or no, but free trade is
Free
good.
trade good, Scotch good.
Wait, we have an extra glass. We could give some to free.
Oh, he has one.
Oh, he does. Okay, good.
I'm kicking stuff.
Ah, there we go. We gotta, you know. share the
Excellent.
love.
Bonus points for bribing the host.
Sharing is
It's
caring.
a great strategy. All right. Avens, to you. The category is localism, agorism, and another shout out to the amazing organization You Are the Power that does all this great grassroots activism and organizing and fighting against government overreach and general government stupidity, which I'm a big fan of them doing. So thank you. Avens, can voluntary cooperation outperform bureaucracy?
Obviously. One of the things I love to say about my own brand of libertarianism is I say that I'm not for the abolition of government, I'm for the obsolescence of government. I believe that innovation and human cooperation will always outrun government, and it'll always outrun bureaucracy. And so absolutely, like voluntary association, voluntary cooperation will always outpace government bureaucracy, and that's how we keep winning when we're in a race with a terrible tyrannical government.
Absolutely.
And this for you.
Oh, excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. All right. Next question to Andrew. Are parallel economies becoming necessary?
What is that?
An economy outside of the generally regulated economy.
The dark web, no.
Black markets.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm a big fan of these things. Big fan of these parallel economies. My friend Free tells me about. I went to Vietnam. You know Vietnam? You know that country? We had a thing with them. I went to them a few years ago, and I came out of the airport, and I went to get my passport stamped, and the guy, he literally went, "Welcome to Vietnam. I'm going to stamp your passport. The change bureau to get your monies over there. You don't want to go there. You want to go to the black market. It's across the street." And I was like, this is a great economy where at least their fucking commies recognize you need a free market. So yes, I think yes, they're good, and we probably need them.
Excellent. All right, Terry, to you. Does local action matter more than national politics?
Well, they do say that all politics is local, and you can certainly impact your local government more than you can at the national level, unless you're like we are and we live in Washington, D.C., which is like 99.9% lefty liberals, and we can't do anything.
No taxation without representation. Right?
Absolutely. All right, Avens, back to you. The category is using comedy to speak truth to power. Has comedy become too afraid to challenge power?
Yeah, I mean, unless you're into Heaton, he's really funny.
I'm very brave.
No, there's definitely been, honestly, like movies and everything else are just getting less funny because there's just far less willing to speak truth to power. But it's really, I don't know, it's not just obviously government, it's just like the, overarching like social institutions that people are just afraid to I don't know, be self-deprecating about or be irreverent about or play with. And it doesn't mean that like you have to hate on everything, but it's like we should be able to have a sense of humor about things that are kind of dominant in society. And it really seems like comedians nowadays don't want to. Excellent.
All right, Andrew, to you. Is ridicule a legitimate political weapon?
Yeah. I'm a big fan of ridicule. Yeah, no, that's great. I agree with everything Avens just said. I think comedy should be hostile to authority in general, in any capacity. I think that the default state for comedy should be, do you have power? Do you have clout? I'm going to be innately suspicious of that. I, of course, am going to orient myself around government authority, but I would add to that cultural and religious authority. Anytime anybody has the ability to push you around, I think comedians should be on the side of the guy getting pushed and not the guy doing the pushing.
Here.
And so, yeah, ridicule is a fantastic weapon in that arsenal, and it's really effective because the sorts of people that want to become pointy-headed, serious bureaucrats hate being ridiculed. Like when you look at yeah, fuck those guys. People in power, they really do react to being laughed at. Laughter is a really, really valuable weapon in being able to knock people down a peg. And so, yes, absolutely, 100%.
Awesome.
I just think that you should laugh at politicians. They work for you. They're public servants,
Also, do you love the fact that like the left keeps talking about punching up instead of punching down, but they don't punch up at the government? Like it just absolutely like drives me nuts.
I think that's absolutely true. Also, I don't punch a whole lot. It's like cracking jokes. Like, I don't know that I have to be punching all the time.
Right.
I think it's kind of weird that everybody thinks it's punching. But yes, I agree. I've always thought that's very funny with comedians that they're like, yeah, authority's bad unless it's taxing you. That doesn't follow. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Terry, to you. Has cancel culture made comedy less honest?
I don't think so. I think that the brave people are the ones that are still willing to make jokes and talk truth to power. And the history of comedy as a social weapon goes back to the court jester. He was the only one that could actually call out the king for being a stupid ass with a slightly less chance of getting his head cut off than the rest of the people. And that's the value of comedians. We had Rob Schneider here last night, 2 nights ago, talking. I mean, he was canceled for speaking out, but he's still doing it. Dave Chappelle got canceled, but I think it actually only made him stronger. You had George Carlin. You have all of these brave individuals that are still willing to call it out. And I think that the brave ones are even better than they used to be.
I got kicked off of X for people tagging Mike Johnson with the swamp ass thing.
Oh, and I also do want to point out that we did a series of comedy sketches with Andrew here.
Huh?
Some even with puppets.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Puppets look like people, but they're not. They're inherently funny.
Unless you elect them to Congress.
Yeah.
Unless you like it.
Yeah. All right. Enter your scores in the chat if you've not done so already. Also take time to donate to the amazing organization You Are the Power at youarethepower.net. And let's jump into the chat again here. Carrie's here from Stilettos and Shotguns. 100 points to Avens. Free speech is more important than your feelings. 100 to Avens. All speech is free from persecution. Points to Avens, be offensive. Points to Avens, cyberbully the government. Points to Avens for quoting Spike. Points to Terry, happy birthday. Yeah, belated happy birthday.
Thank you.
And whoever gave you this as a present, you might want to ask them for a redo. That's
Spike.
100 to Terry for calling out, arresting people for social media posts. 100 to Andrew for make fun of the government. Points to Avens, tariffs or taxes, and taxation is theft. Points to Avens, taxation is theft. Points to Terry, I ain't typing all that with my thumb. We appreciate the effort, Anarchist Chef. Good friend of mine. Points to Avens, tariffs or taxes, and taxes are theft. Points to Andrew because he's learning. Oh,
Thank you.
Joanna, are you here?
Thank you very much. I try not to, but against my will.
Our friend, the lovely Joanna Jurgens is here. Thanks for coming. Points to Heaton for the hardliners free trade.
Yeah.
Points to Heaton, free trade is smart, government is stupid.
Thank
Well
you.
said. Points to Terry for the props. Points to Andrew for tariffs and make things more, that tariffs make things more expensive. Another 68 to Andrew for saying
Temerity.
temerity.
You're welcome. I watched a lot of Frasier as a kid.
I thought that was a Chris one and that was just misspelled. It threw me for a loop there for a second. Best of LA Lives here. 100 to that guy again. That guy got more
That
points.
seems more right.
That
Yeah,
guy.
Yeah, guy question mark. That's me.
Yeah. 200 to Terry for loving scotch. 200 to Terry for the scotch. 200 to Terry for the props. 100 to Terry because whiskey is freedom. Absolutely, Sarah. Welcome. 200 to Terry for the badass scotch prop. 200 points to each. Cheers. 69 to Avens, make the government obsolete. Points to Terry for drinking on stage. I mean, it's really the only way to survive sometimes. Points to Avens for making free say obsolescence. I say almost some of the words correctly some of the time. Thank you. Points to Avens for voluntarism. Points to Avens, make government obsolete, no revolution needed. Points for 200 voluntary points to Avens. Very clever, Chris. Points to Terry for bribing the host. Points to Andrew for loving parallel economies from his friend Free. 100 to Andrew for black markets. 50 to Free for reaching the point in scotch tasting where bureaucracy is difficult to pronounce clearly. They're all very difficult for me, David. We know this. Points to Andrew for his what is Aleppo? I mean parallel economies answer. That's fair. Points to Terry, local affects us more than federal. Points to Andrew for even the effing commies want free markets. Love that. Norman Horns here. What's up, buddy? Check out LCI. I'm a big fan of theirs. Their book is out. Visit their table out there. Buy the book. Lots of friends contributed to writing it. Absolutely buy it. 25 for brave Sir Heaton, and another preemptive 25 if you understood that reference.
Yeah. Oh, that's a
Fair enough.
Python reference.
Points to Heaton for his black market story. I'll give 100 back to Andrew. He gets it, I suppose. I was just confused that he didn't get the question. Points to Drew.
You guys, I'm doing really well after that red flag thing. I kind of thought I was going to do the worst ever. That was what I was going for. I like this. We're dancing. We're dancing. All right, it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
I got a couple of friends that when they sober up a little bit, they still might nuke you. So you haven't walked away clearly yet. Points to Andrew, ridicule is effective. Points to Andrew for clarifying ridicule as a weapon. Points to Andrew for ridiculing the politicians. More ridicule points. Great insights on court gestures. That's to Terry. 78 to Terry and Andrew for the Avenue Q remake. Points to Drew for being ridiculous. Bite me free. Yeah, that's fair. Chris types with his feet, and so sometimes when I see a misspelling, I just automatically think it's my buddy Chris. So he not only did he insult me, he's like, "Damn it, Terry, star it." Yeah, I like that. All right. On that note, now that I've been bullied by Terry and Chris, let's check it out here. And all right. Terry's still in the lead. Andrew in second. It's really close with Avens in third. Let's jump back into it here. All right, Avens, to you. Oh, and this category is brought to us by our sponsor, Xano. Visit intro.xano.org if you want to learn more about privacy coins and you're new to the space. And like I said, I made my last couple donations to You Are the Power in Xano. So it's a great way to do that if you don't want anybody to know what you do with your own private business. So, all right, Avens, the category is privacy coins and cryptocurrency. Does crypto reduce government control over money?
I mean, it does as long as it's not government provided crypto, but yeah. Yes.
Absolutely. No CBDCs for you, huh? All right, Andrew, to you. Should privacy technology be encouraged instead of restricted?
Yes, I think so. I think that'd be good. I don't know that the government should be really encouraging it either way. I want them to be agnostic. But insofar as the technology is going to exist, I think being able to protect people's anonymities, when you're in doubt, go with that.
Mm-hmm. We always at the live shows, we've got somebody bringing drinks and getting in front and stuff. It was Moscrip in Florida.
Now for a second. So his slogan is "Don't hurt people and don't take their stuff." And you just took my stuff.
Oh. Wow.
I mean, this isn't socialism. It's not like everyone gets their fair share.
Yeah, but he's furiously over there typing with his thumbs trying to help you out, though. So I think there's a little quid pro quo there. All right. Terry, to you. Should government know every financial transaction you make?
Absolutely not. Like,
all right.
It shouldn't know any financial transactions we make.
There's nothing else that needs to be said. No. Sometimes I am actually a woman of few words.
All right. Avens, back to you. The category is technocratic governance. Should experts have more power than elected officials?
Should what?
Should experts have more power than elected officials?
In the context of forcing government, like
think Fauci.
Well,
but he's not an expert.
No. Here's the thing: is that no one should have power over one another. The government shouldn't have power over us. We could decide to voluntarily defer to experts in a particular field if we desire, and they should certainly have more power voluntarily than government. But yeah, I guess that's my complex, nuanced answer to that question.
Awesome. All right, Andrew, to you. Should AI ever make government decisions? Spicy.
Yeah, I think if it was fairly quotidian, Like if it's a situation where we've decided we're going to have, the median average speed between these 2 points, blah, blah, blah algorithm. Yeah, I think there could be situations where you're outsourcing it in a fairly procedural capacity. I wouldn't do it in terms of like big questions, but like the very minimal implementation of things. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Ooh, which AI? Like
So-
Grok is going to write it.
ChatGPT is the one I'm going to go with.
What if it's used to keep Mitch McConnell alive? How do we feel about that?
Is
All right.
AI smarter than a politician?
There you go. Very clever. I like it, Terry. All right. Terry, to you, should voters have the final say over experts?
Yes. Because, I mean, experts like Fauci, let's see if he's an expert. I mean, he's an appointed person. We have no say over whether he's in office or not. And I think that the U.S. citizen should actually have say over that. So there is no one expert that should overrule what American citizens believe.
Definitely. All right. Avens, back to you. The category is flock and ALPR cameras, the automatic license plate reading cameras. Has surveillance expanded too far?
Yes. That's really just like one. Yes, absolutely. Surveillance has expanded too far. And it's wild, by the way, in the last like 2 weeks or so, just like everything on my like signal chats, everyone's talking about flock cameras. And I'm like, what? Wait, I missed something. And so I've just been like trying to catch up recently on the whole like flock discussion. Yeah, no, it's terrifying. Like surveillance is terrifying in multiple ways, but the fact that like it reduces our capacity to act candidly or to just behave naturally, like if we're being surveilled and then impeding upon our natural transactions and interactions and capabilities. So of course, yeah, fuck surveillance.
Excellent. Excuse me. All right, Andrew, to you. Is mass license plate tracking an unreasonable search?
Is mass license plate tracking an unreasonable search? Probably. I think that there becomes a qualitative difference that happens at some point between the level of a person looking at basic information that you could see at eye level to the point where it becomes panopticon. So if there's a situation where a cop is seeing something that's happening on the road in their general vicinity and they have a probable cause for it and they get a warrant, that's different than having a billion eyes that are all focused on it. So yeah, the answer is a maybe on that one. If it's a situation where you've got a massive panopticon situation, yes. If it's just an occasional tiny thing, no.
All seeing.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with yes.
Palantir?
Yeah.
No.
All right. Yes.
All right. All right. All right, Terry, to you. Do flock cameras make Americans safer?
No, they just make me pay more taxes and traffic fines to DC government.
Yeah. It's I think we found out recently it's like paying for a dating apps for cops because they can stalk women with it and stuff like that. So yeah. So all right. Back to you, Avens. The category is drug decriminalization.
Really?
Sponsored by, you'll never guess.
Oh my goodness.
You'll never guess. Sponsored by Zoom Beyond Shrooms.
Making
Check out
meaningful experiences
zoomtrip.com,
more accessible.
xumtrip.com. Avens, should possession of all drugs be decriminalized? I'm on the edge of my seat waiting for this answer.
Oh my God, what? Oh, that's such a complicated. Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. The government has absolutely no business telling us what to put in our bodies or how to alter our minds.
Or who to put on our bodies.
Yeah.
I agree. Excellent. All right, Andrew, to you. Does legalization reduce black markets?
Yes. Have you guys heard of this thing called supply and demand? It's a big thing. Yeah, it's a big thing. So when you've got a black market, which we talked about earlier, I believe, when you've got a black market functioning, it drives up the prices. When you legalize it, it drops down the prices. So let me give you an example of this. Right now, a lot of the gang violence that happens in our country is around drugs. When is the last time you heard about a shooting at a Zinfandel vineyard? Have you not? Oh, yeah, it's because we legalized that shit. And so it's not expensive enough to warrant doing it.
Yeah. I like that. A drive-by at a Zinfandel winery.
You don't hear a lot of those Merlot shootings these days, do you?
Oh man, those Moscatos.
All right. Terry, to you. Should prison be reserved for violent crime?
No, that's a tough one. We've done some work on criminal justice and restorative justice, and there are people that are being sent to jail that should not ever go to jail. And so if it's a violent crime, you probably should spend time in jail over a nonviolent crime, but that's assuming that our penal system does anything to help people break the cycle of crime. So I'm not really sure.
The non-answer. Interesting strategy. there.
Another
All
nuanced
right.
person. Fuck you, audience. We're actually thinking about this shit. Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing.
Not
too.
as easy as it looks
Yeah.
on the interwebs, is
May
it?
I add to her point?
Of
though?
course.
Because I mean, like that's the thing is that, I don't believe that any crime exists without a victim. But then when there is violence, it's like the point of putting someone in prison is to like there's the restitution for the crime, but there's also like, are you unsafe to be in society? And there are some people out there that are unsafe to be in society and they need to be removed from society. But the rest of them, it's like a lot of people absolutely just need to like do restitution to their victims and then be integrated back into society. Otherwise, we're just paying their bills for them to live in a cage. Like, how useful is that to anyone?
Right. Totally agree. All right.
Sorry, I just took my extra.
No, you're good. All right. Enter your scores in the chat if you've not done so already. And again, donate to youarethepower.net, the amazing organization that they are. Let's jump in the chat here again.
I hope you win.
Points to Avens, no CBDCs. Points to Avens, immediately alluding to the CBDC problem. Points to Avens for Zoom, just in general. That's good to get points for that. Minus to me, what the hell is an expert? I should have done the air quotes. I know. But technocracy is bad. That's what I was trying to teach there. Technocracy, very bad. Icky bad, but chewy chump. All right. 100 to Terry, don't hurt people, don't take their stuff. Points to Terry, Fauci isn't an expert. Points to Avens, no rulers. Points to Avens, that's the answer. Points to Avens, no one should have power over people. Points to Andrew for quotidian.
Yeah. You guys are really getting a lesson in vocab terms tonight. You're welcome.
This seems like, this
Who
reminds
would
me
have
of,
thought a guy that looks like he's about to judge the Westminster Dog Show
I
would
thought
have
you
a
were,
bunch of these words in his back pocket.
I thought you were a runner at the stock exchange when you walked in. I didn't understand what was going on. All right. Points to Terry for letting me have some of the whiskey. Points to Andrew for recognizing that AI is smarter than a politician. Dang it, Terry beat me to it. Points to Terry, it should be a consensus of the minds, not just one. Points to Terry for more power to the people over the experts. Points to Avens, surveillance has expanded too damn far, and all the rent is too damn high. Minus to Matt for not bringing the bottle back to our table. Like, what are we doing? This is my live chat. This is not like DoorDash, right? You coordinate that amongst yourselves. I'm doing a show up here, all right? Points to Avens for Flock being in her signal chats. I think we're in 4 of the same chats, and I think 2 of them are the same people. Oh my God. Points to Avens, just say no to Flocks. Points to that guy who took the initiative to get the scotch he wanted, to get him on a campaign quick.
Yeah, thank you.
Points to Heaton for saying panoptic. Points to Andrew for knowing the government needs a warrant to surveil everyone. Points to Terry for defining panoptic. Points to Heaton because I want to see free try to. I hate you all. I literally hate you all. All right. Too many drinks and drugs in the room for such big words, Andrew. I'm with Chris on this one. Terry, star that one. I'm with Chris this time. Points to Zoom for sponsoring the show. Amen to that. Points to Avens, abso-fucking-lutely. Points to Avens. Points to Avens for the, some words, government should not have the power over what we put in our bodies. All right. Points to Terry because she's hot. Hey, Terry, do you want to meet my friend? Do you want to meet my friend over here? Points to Larry if he jumps in and answers someone else's question. Is Larry in here? We haven't seen Larry. I think he might just be here for the final battle. And points to Terry for her birthday. Oh, that's from Andrew. Those don't count. Those don't count.
Oh, they
None
count.
of this kumbaya stuff.
Birthday points count.
Nope.
Yep.
My show. I'm the government. I make the rules. Ooh, we've had a little flip-flop here. Avens goes to the top.
Oh.
Look at how big these scores are. Like, we're getting close to 10,000 here, and it's still really tight. One last round. So make sure you're scoring if you want somebody to win or somebody not to win, or you want to nuke somebody that likes red flag laws and all that government bullshit.
You should have nuked
No,
me.
it's only a
I want
former
libertarian
contestant.
game show.
Only a former contestant. Somebody explain the rules there. There's like one rules. Oh, you nuked her? You nuked him?
Yeah.
Terry, check the stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Maybe Terry got bribed.
Listen,
Who knows?
here's what I wanna
It's
do. I
crony
either wanna-
capitalism. Maybe Terry got bribed.
I either want to win the show or lose by the widest margin in its history. These are my goals.
Oh no, you can't even come close. We've had some anarchists on here and some MAGA people on here that are like,
Really?
Okay,
Then I'll go for my regular, moderate, unimpeded.
In the middle.
All right, back to it. Avens, to you. The category is ballot access. I wanted to shout out our friends, Lars Mapstead and his great team at Ballots Without Barriers. They're out there in the convention hall as well. Stop by there. They have a really quick thing you can do to send a postcard to your representative, and they do all of the work for you. All you do is scan a QR code. It's really brilliant. So check that out if you go out there. All right, Avens, has the two-party system rigged ballot access?
Absolutely. And you can learn more by going to Ballots Without Barriers. The two-party system, the Democrats and the Republicans work very, very hard to keep third parties off the ballot because they don't want you to have choices and they want you to have to deal with the, not the lesser of two evils, but, two evils, basically. So, yes.
Awesome.
They want you to pick between King Joffrey and Ramsey Bolton. That's their goal. That's their goal. Me, I'm going for that dude from the Iron Isles.
I would have gone
Like
with
his fiscal position.
I might have gone for characters on The Walking Dead instead. Like, it seems
nice,
like it's more The Walking Dead. Yeah. All right. Andrew, to you, are ballot access laws protecting incumbents?
Yeah, they really are. I don't know if you heard my earlier joke about Ramsey Bolton and King Joffrey.
When was that? Was that recently?
Yeah, it was. I did it a few minutes ago. Yes, no, 100% they are. The goal is to get you to, as Avens said, to pick the lesser of two evils. And it's much, much easier for politicians to get up and go, listen, I know you know that I'm a douchebag, but I'm not as bad as douchebag A, right? What's really difficult for them and what they don't want to do is actually make you vote for things. They're really good at getting you to vote against things. They don't want you to vote for things. That's difficult. So they don't like that. So they've got a system in place that awards the duopoly and allows them to have unfettered ballot access. When you look into the existing system that's there, just in terms of little things like members of Congress are able to send mail to their constituents. Now, what they're theoretically supposed to do is say, hey, here's what I've been up to. When you look at the mail that they're getting, it's all them pointing at shit. And it looks surprisingly like campaign advertisements. And it ends up being something like $100,000 worth of media that they get. So yes, all of this ends up backing the incumbents.
All right. All right, Terry, to you. Do Americans deserve more choices on the ballot?
Americans always deserve more choice in everything. Voting, drugs, whatever you want, have your choice. So yes.
Excellent.
I love that the two things you mentioned are just voting and drugs.
Yeah, we need more drugs and choices. I agree.
And whiskey.
We have 7 products available at zoomtrip.com. Here's your choices.
All right, Avens, to
definitely
you.
husbands.
The category is Venezuela sanctions. For those of you that watch this show, you know that one of our team members is in Venezuela, lost a family member in the earthquake, is dealing with, tragedy. So we wanted to shout them out tonight and, send prayers their way. Also, you can send crypto to Venezuela, one of the most effective ways to get money down there. All right, so Avens, the question to you is, should humanitarian concerns override sanctions?
I mean, at the end of the day, the government should have no right to decide who wants to send help of any kind to another country or to trade with another country or to bring people over from another country. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not even about humanitarian efforts or sanctions. It's about the fact that human beings should be able to interact with human beings however they wish, to send help, to send money, to send anything. And the governments should have no say in that whatsoever.
All right. Andrew, to you. Do sanctions hurt ordinary people more than the governments?
Yeah, they do. So let's say that I am an evil dictator, which is my goal for this year. And the United States government goes, oh, evil dictator Heaton, you can't have as many Ferraris. Oh, shit. Oh, that doesn't really affect me. But it will affect people on the ground floor. People that are going to actually be on the receiving end of that are going to be affected. So yes.
All right. Terry, to you. Has economic warfare become overused?
All warfare has become overused.
Fair point. Okay.
That's it.
Yep, that was it. All right.
Right?
All right, Avens, back to you. The category is zoning, and I don't mean zoning out, so this is a different zoning.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
Is zoning the biggest reason housing is unaffordable?
It's certainly one of the biggest reasons. Absolutely. I mean, the fact is that, as I said in an earlier question, no one should have any right to tell me what to do with my private property. Governments should not be telling people or businesses or whatever what they can do with their private property. People should be able to develop, multi-family housing or anything else or wherever they wish. So yeah, zoning's a problem.
I agree. All right, Andrew, to you. Should neighborhoods be allowed to block new housing?
They should if they're doing it through private contract. I wouldn't particularly like that, but if you're going to get everybody else in your neighborhood to use their private property to form some sort of compact, while I wouldn't like that, that is your private property and you can do that. What you shouldn't be able to do is use the force of the government to restrict other people's private property. That's some sort of weird variant of fascism or sidewalk socialism, and it is in fact why our houses cost so much.
So
I
that's
agree.
your ways, huh?
Yeah. All right. So real quick here, I can't find the comment where you got nuked, but I'm gonna allow it because the red flag law thing.
Yeah.
But so if you watch the screen here, I got a graphic. There you go. So you got nuked there. So you lose 1,000
wow,
points.
okay.
Yeah, you lose 1,000 points. So all right, Terry, to you. Has government made the housing crisis worse?
Terry, what do you think?
I think government makes everything worse. But yes, in this case, they definitely have through zoning laws and all of that, restricting people to build what they want, to, paraphrase Avens. Absolutely.
Terry, what if they freeze housing prices? That'd fix everything, wouldn't it?
Oh, fuck no.
All right. Avens, back to you. Category is education and local control. Should Washington leave education to states and communities?
Washington should leave education up to the families who seek it. I don't really want the state of California deciding my children's education any more than I want the federal government to do so. I don't want the city of Los Angeles to decide my children's education any more than the state of California or the federal government. The government should leave education up to the choices of the parents and the students themselves and the professionals they decide to hire as teachers to educate them.
Definitely agree. All right. Andrew, to you. Does school choice improve education?
Yeah. Monopolies suck, regardless of whether they're government or whether they're private. Anytime you're restricting competition, you're going to get suboptimal outcome. It is good to have innovation and competition, and school choice is a good example of that. So if you're restricting school choice, it is going to lead to bad things, whatever the result of that was with that question. Thank you.
All right. Terry, to you. Has federal involvement hurt education?
This is like the same question that you asked Andrew, but you just switched it around from a positive to a
I
negative.
use different words. Don't point that out to the audience. I use different words.
Yes, government involvement has made education far worse. They mandate from the top down. They don't know what parents want, what parents need, or what children need. There used to be the joke of, well, does the bureaucrat in the education department know the name of my child? And if he doesn't, then he shouldn't tell me what to do with him or her.
Absolutely. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Back to you, Avens. Category is government intervention in the economy.
No, sorry.
I spent a lot of time writing these questions down.
I'm just going with the title.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fair. All right. Does government create more economic problems than it solves?
Okay, the answer to this one is yes. The title is a big no.
The
but
switcheroo there on
right?
Avens, the
But no,
switcheroo.
the government absolutely. Sorry, I didn't even look at the phrasing of the question. Yes, the government creates more problems than it solves economically. Right? Is that that was the question?
Yeah.
Yes.
I use a lot of crayons to write these questions, so I appreciate if you listen to the whole question. Thank you. All right. Andrew, back to you. Is inflation ultimately a government problem?
Yeah, ultimately it is. You've got some scenarios where there's a kink in the supply line, and that might be because we, dropped some shit on Iran, which would be a government problem, or there might be an earthquake or something. But most of the time, it's because you've done some sort of monetary inflation, which increases the amount of currency that's in circulation. And when you have too much money chasing too few goods, you get inflation. So yes.
I agree.
Well said.
Thank
All
you.
right. Terry, to you. Does every government bailout encourage more bad behavior?
Yes. I mean, when you take away the negative consequences of bad decisions, because you're like, oh, I can do that because the government will not hold me accountable and they'll bail me out for everything. It absolutely leads to worse behavior.
All right. Avens, back to you. The category is healthcare and certificate of need laws. Would more competition lower healthcare costs?
Absolutely. No, our healthcare system is thoroughly fucked up, and it's pretty much the only thing the left has identified is that yes, the healthcare system is fucked up, but they have not identified any of the right solutions to this problem. But yeah, absolutely, more competition in the space, more education in the space, more transparency in the space of healthcare would absolutely help consumers make decisions, and also also empower consumers to move their money around and make their own choices.
Excellent. All right, Andrew, to you. Should certificate of need laws be repealed nationwide?
Yeah, that'd be great. Do you all know what certificate of need laws are? Are you familiar with this?
Yes.
They're really dumb. They're really, really dumb. For anybody at home unfamiliar with this, you go to the government and convince the government there's a need for the thing you want to do, which is not a really good way to run a capitalist economy. Also, during the process of certificate of need laws, your competitors are allowed to also talk to the government and go, hey, we actually don't need another hospital. There's no need for a hospital. You don't need a new hospital. Yes, they should be completely summarily repealed. They're very stupid.
Absolutely. All right, Terry, to you. Has government damaged the quality of healthcare?
I feel like I'm getting just all the softballs. I mean, absolutely. When government intervenes in anything, it messes it up. The certificate of need is a great example. In what other industry or business do you have to go to the government and ask permission to build something? You would have to go to the government to say, can I build a hospital? I don't think there's enough in the neighborhood. The government should have no say in that. The health insurance goes back to wage and price controls, and that messed everything up. So absolutely, it should be open more to the free market, and health insurance should really just be like car insurance. It's there for something really, really bad when it happens.
I agree. All right, Avens, to you. Category is higher education reform. Has easy student loan money driven tuition higher?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is the thing is there's a lot of ways in which this has made it higher. Also, just education bears no resemblance to the market and how people are going to use that education once they graduate. But yeah, the fact that the government will subsidize these student loans will not only are we giving young people loans with no there's no collateral factor, there's no, hey, are you going to be earning enough money to pay these back? But then also educational institutions will use that to then go, oh, well, now we can take more. We can just drive up the price of our administrative costs and everything else in our schools. So absolutely.
Definitely. All right. Andrew, to you. Should colleges bear more financial risk for bad outcomes?
Yeah, 100%. There's a thing called ISAs, income sharing agreements. They would be a very good thing for colleges to adopt. An income sharing agreement would be different than the college loan system that we've got right now. The college loan system is, we're going to give you $60,000, $80,000. You have to pay it back. We'll subsidize the interest, but you cannot discharge the debt and you have to pay it at some point. That's a really big burden to place on a 17-year-old kid. I'm going to go do ballet or something like that. Income sharing agreements go, you're coming to our college and we are going to charge you, we're going to garnish 3% of your wages for 8 years after you graduate. If you don't get a job, I guess we don't make any money. If you get a job, we get 3% of it, and when the contract's done, we're done. I think that would be so much better, both for students that are being burdened by crazy, crazy loans, and also it would encourage universities to make a decision about, are there bullshit majors that are not going to serve the people that we're having?
All right.
I
Excellent.
subscribe. I like that.
Thank you.
idea.
Terry, to you, is a college degree overrated?
Absolutely. I mean, kids go to school today because they don't want to go to work, and they get all of these, as you so eloquently described them, bullshit degrees that don't mean anything and won't lead to a more productive life. There are so many people that don't go to college. I mean, there's the movement today to like skip school and actually go and learn things in real life. And I think that's incredibly valuable.
I totally agree. All right. Avens, to you, the category is supply and demand. Should rent control be abandoned?
The government has no business telling people, like telling a property owner what they can charge for their property. If they can't rent it at that price, then they'll have to adjust to the market.
Definitely. All right. Andrew, to you, can politicians override supply and demand?
No. Listen, I think we talked about this earlier. If we talked about supply and demand, audience, I've had a couple, but I think we talked about this earlier. Supply and demand never goes away, ever, under any circumstance. You can't go, this is really important, so supply and demand doesn't apply to this. It applies to everything, always, in all circumstances. You can't make it go away. Supply and demand's here. When politicians try to override supply and demand, it's like saying, I'm going to lose weight by capping the amount my scale can go to. I'm going to turn down the thermometer. I'm going to turn down the temperature by capping the thermometer. I don't want it to be 110. I'll make my thermometer go to 90 degrees. That's what fucking with supply and demand does. All it does is mess with the information that the market can use to alleviate the situation. It doesn't address the underlying reality.
Definitely
you.
agree with that. All right, Terry, to you. I'm on the wrong screen. There we go. Terry, to you. Do subsidies distort markets?
Yes. I mean, you can look at the subsidies for corn, look at the subsidies for anything. People are producing more things than they should because they're getting paid for it. They're getting paid more than what the market would give them. So yes, they do.
All
So we
right.
all drink like high fructose corn syrup and everything, corn subsidies. Like we could just be having sugar.
That's true. All right. Last three questions of the night. The category is courts reform. Avens, is the federal court system too powerful?
The government is too powerful. I mean, the thing that's supposed to, like, the court system is supposed to be a check and balance on government. And ideally it should be able to help us in terms of being able to protect ourselves from government. But instead, no, the court system is deeply fucked. And anyone who's ever had to deal with the court system, both in civil matters and in criminal matters, has learned that it's a deeply corrupt institution that's completely screwing over people. And it is no longer a check or a balance on anything.
I agree with that for sure. All right, Andrew, to you. Should qualified immunity be abolished?
Probably. I've had a few drinks now, so I'm trying to remember what qualified immunity is. This is the thing where you have to achieve the particular threshold of has the law previously happened and all that. Yeah.
No, qualified immunity is that, cops and prosecutors can basically do whatever they want and not be personally liable for it.
I don't think that a cop should be able to do whatever they want. I do think that there needs to be some sort of mechanism for latitude to appreciate that there are going to be situations that are high stakes that have to take place immediately, and being able to afford that level of buffer. That being said, if that gets interpreted as a cop can do whatever they want, then that needs to be taken away. Yeah.
A contestant can only be nuked one time, and that's already
So,
happened.
I don't know, like 3/4 yes, 1/4 no.
You could just threaten him with sanctions at this point. That's all that's left. All right. All right. Last question of the night to you, Terry. Should judges face stronger accountability for misconduct?
Yes, everyone should have accountability for misconduct, and judges aren't any more special than anyone else.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. One last time, enter your scores in the chat. Tell us what you thought of the show. Tell us who you thought won. And one last time, it's a good time to go donate to You Are the Power. Go to youarethepower.net and give them a donation. I did mine in Xano. You can do yours in any cryptocurrency or fiat or credit cards, or they take all of it. It's like you can scroll for a while. So go donate to them. They're amazing. And while you're doing that, I just want to point out some other parting gifts that we have. We also have the Cronyism Craps Table. We bet on winners, the market loses. We also have the board game, The District of Corruption. And we also have the Federal Reserve Magic 8 Ball. You can shake it as many times as you want. It always comes up, print more money. All right. So let's jump into the chat. The chat's fired tonight. Appreciate everybody in the chat. I lost points for free not reading the comments. What's up? Hey.
I'm just reading the comments.
Let's tag team. You want to read them?
All right.
You have to. I'll press the buttons. You read them.
Okay. Yes, because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Texas Heat says a minus 100 points to free for not reading my comment on the air.
But not as
Smiling.
easy. Not as easy as it looks, right?
It's not. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Now everyone's gonna think I'm stupid too. Okay. All right. That's
Stupid too. Spike is not as stupid as me. I'd like to be on the record of saying that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, your turn.
All right. I'm supposed to press the buttons. You're gonna read them.
Oh, I read all of them. Plus 100 to Andrew. He does look like the host for a dog show's question.
Thank you. I'm going for that.
200 to Amity. Hi, Amity. Says 200 to Avens. The Uniparty doesn't want easy ballot access. I agree. Good job on that, by the way. Liberty Shamrocker says plus 100 to Avens. Ballots without barriers.
Yep. Maybe we should do a golf clap. Yeah.
We agree.
All right.
the quiet clapping.
Yeah.
Yes, now.
Spike's wondering why he got involved with me at all.
I walked on here voluntarily. So, Nathan Madden, hey Nathan, says 50 to Avens. They nuked me off the ballot.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Which is a war crime. CS Townsend, plus 200 to Avens. You got to say that word.
Republicans.
Republicans.
And Democrats want to rule over elections.
This is good. I can do all the cursing.
You can finally.
I could be like your cursed ventriloquist dummy.
You're my curse pass.
Shit.
Nathan Madden, 100 to Heaton. He's absolutely right. They get people to vote against, not for.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Proud of you. Andrea, 840, says 200 to each for believing ballot access. Yep. Great job, all of you. Yep. Or both of you. Only two of you. Said both. Left Coast Speed, 200 to Terry for pronouncing.
Glenmorangie.
I've been skipping that word the whole night. I've been skipping that word. It's Glen Meringue.
It's Glenmorangie. Orange.
Orange.
Correctly.
Glenmorangie.
Correctly. That correctly.
Are you saying Warren G wrong? Is that what the
No,
rapper?
it's Glenmorangie.
Okay.
Trust me.
Correctly. Thank you, Left Coast Speed.
She didn't like my Warren G joke. Maybe that's lost on people. Right.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. You're in a weird age group where like your jokes are both too young and too old at the same time.
It's been that way for a while.
No, I'm also with Zennial. Tough Love says 50 to Andrew. The Uniparty is prohibiting ballot access.
That's
Good
my-
job, Andrew.
That's my
Thank
buddy
you.
Jake from Tough Love Records.
Thank you.
Tough Love Records. Kibbe on Liberty. Wow, we're getting some real celebrities here. Kibbe on Liberty says 100 to Terry for more drugs.
Don't spend the
Here's
drugs
what's
all-
not
all
fair
over
about
the
this. Terry and I both sleep with that guy regularly, and I feel like I feel like this has been very stilted in terms of where he's giving his points.
Great job on that completely earned, unbiased
What?
points.
I don't want to brag, but I was on Kibbe on Liberty
My partner
today,
isn't
so
in the
How many
chat.
points did he give you?
He gave me no points. But
Well,
Yeah, I sleep with Judd all the time. He hadn't given any points to either of us because he's an honest broker. Thank you, Judd.
You're supposed to have your significant other here. Yes, but my problem is my wife doesn't have social media, so she'd probably vote for the other people anyway. She'd probably give them points. Liberty Shamrocker again says 100 to Avens, government not to impede. Good job. David Mo Scrites.
it's moo. It's
Moose.
moo. It's a silent moo. Is that how you pronounce it?
David Mosquito Grip says 100 to Andrew, admitting he wants to be an evil libertarian dictator. Thank you. Thank you.
I just said evil dictator. Don't put words in my mouth.
That was most crip.
Andrea 840, 100 to Terry. All warfare has been overused. Good job, Terry. Kara Pally says 100 points to Terry for 100 good points.
I'm going to go faster now, and you got to read them as fast as I click them. Okay, ready?
Oh, well, if you
Here we
say
go.
so. Okay. Liberty Shamrocker, 100 to Terry. All warfare is overused. Tough love, 50 to Avens on why zoning is commie. Nathan Madden, 100 to Heaton for saying it's F Coast Speed, 200 to Andrew for evil dictator goes. LPMC, 200 to Andrew for sidewalk socialism. Left Coast, you're not catching up. Left Coast Speed, 200 to Terry
Oh,
because
you want-
government
you
makes
wanna mess with
everything worse.
me?
No,
You wanna play?
Yes, Terry,
You wanna
100 points.
play?
The government makes everything worse.
You want to play?
Andrea 840, 100 Terry.
Well, there's a swear word here. I have to say the
Emily,
F. Fuck.
13.
Well, I had to say the swear word. We had to deal.
The mic's muted.
All right.
Is our mic muted?
Is our mic? No.
Okay.
You just have to use your
It says
outside
mic
voice.
is
Use
muted.
your outside voice. Oh, no, it's because this mic is. We're using. It's a whole complicated
Oh,
thing.
you're okay.
When,
All right.
when you were off doing your famous people things, like they were in here hooking shit together and like.
That's
so,
fair.
so this is on the internet.
I don't
So
do.
this is a laptop computer.
I don't do.
Okay.
I don't do the technical stuff. Joel Davis, 100 to Terry because government makes all things worse. Left
we
Coast
have
Speed,
a
200 to
podcast?
Avens for a family deciding their education. Norman Horn, 50 to Terry regarding housing prices and the hat tip to build the dream here in Freedom Fest. Nathan Madden, Emily Lee, Nathan Madden, Emily Lee. Horty Sir, 200 Avens to drugs and mean homeschooling. Free Speech Media, 100 to Terry for being the cooler Kibbe. Free Speech Media, 100 to Andrew, Bronner, Zucker.
Is this the mushrooms that I took earlier? Because this seems like it's very fast. I'm having trouble following this.
Delivery, 100 Avens for being a legal drug deal. Greasy Pork Pine, 100 points for negative, 100 points for you not displaying his crayon notes.
Yeah. This is literally the most fun I've ever had doing
Left
this.
Coast Speed, 200 Andrew explaining certificate of need flawlessly. Andrea, with 100 Andrew.
Are you
is
even
here.
trying
We don't
to-
even mention the bill. We don't even need. Listen, I'm as tired as you are. Norman Horn, 100 Andrew for explaining certificate of need laws, which are among the stupidest public policies ever conceived. We have an FDA. The Emily Lee, 13, 200 Avens, gov involvement in higher education increases.
Just skip the names. It'll go faster for you.
No, that's my favorite part. Andrea L40, 100 to Avens for stop subsidizing higher learning industrial complex. Nathan Madden, 98, 80 to Andrew for teaching me about income sharing agreements. Liberty Shamrocker, 100 Andrew, college tuition. Andrea, Horty Sir, 200 Andrew.
That one's easier.
200 Andrew. 200 Andrew for acknowledging that German basket weaving is a pointless degree and colleges should bear that risk. 100 Avens, end rent control. 100 Avens for answering with solutions. 100 to Terry, college is overrated. 100 Terry for getting a job versus going into debt for a poop emoji degree.
So Terry, I think, is starring more of these because we're doing this little gag.
200 Terry, and all subsidies.
Terry just
50
looks
Andrew
really
on Spine Man.
annoyed.
200 Avens, government's too powerful. 200 Andrew for having a few. 100 Terry for reminding. 200 Avens, it's deeply corrupt. It's deeply corrupt.
All right, you want to do the honors here? That was the last comment of the night.
Wait,
So,
does
all right, So
anyone-
here's the score. We're
Oh,
going
there
to hit
we go.
refresh one. Hit refresh.
Okay, so I got to hit refresh.
No, this refresh. The big
It-
button.
Oh,
that
the
says
big refresh button.
Yeah,
There we
there you
go.
go.
So
we find out who wins now, and do you want to announce it? You want to announce it? Here we go.
yes, I announced it. The winner is Terry. 14,101 points, 12,085 of which came from Matt Kibbe.
Yeah.
And then,
Very effective dating strategy. I'm just saying that right there.
Avens at a very respectable second place with 13,805, and Andrew, the victim of the matriarchy, at 12,088.
I am the Bill Weld of this debate. I'll take it.
You
vouch for one of the other ones?
Yeah. Then I dropped down the last
well,
minute, yeah.
you got nuked by like some tough gun chicks, so I'm just that's a badge of honor for me. So, yeah.
Look, I've already been rejected by like 15 redheads today. This is nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
All right.
Wait, so Free, do you remember years and years ago, Jack Nicholson won an award and he was too stoned to give his thank you. So he called up Robin Williams to make a speech for him.
Yeah, I do remember that.
It's one of the funniest things on YouTube, and that's what this just reminded me of.
That's what this was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was Spike's ventriloquist dummy for
Yeah,
this. Yeah,
basically.
it was perfect.
I thought about when Norm Macdonald won an award and he went up and said, "I can't in good faith take this award. So instead I'm gonna have my good friend to have something to say to everyone here." And he has a guy come up in this crazy, like cartoonish Indian headdress. And he says, "This is my friend Johnny Two Feathers." And Johnny Two Feathers comes up. I don't think that was his full name. And he comes up and he says, "I'd just like to remind everyone here who's enjoying this award ceremony that all of you right now where you stand is on land that was stolen from my ancestors."
That was
After it was stolen, they were murdered. And this is all, the very respectable liberal elite trying not to laugh at this obvious fake Native American talking about the genocide of wherever they were. And he did it fully straight face. And he's like, "I smell blood." And so, then Norm Macdonald goes, "Johnny Two Feathers, give him a wave." And so don't give me an award is all I'm saying. That's all.
That was a takeoff on Marlon Brando. He was making fun of Marlon Brando did that.
Oh,
So
that's even funnier.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was
okay.
Marlon Brando did that where he didn't accept the award and
That was
Native
the original.
Yeah, that was the original.
Okay.
At the
Yeah.
Oscars, yeah.
All right. So third place, Andrew. What did you think tonight, ma'am?
Great time. Thank you for having me. Good. I didn't learn anything about red flag laws. You don't like me. I didn't learn anything, but I got a lot of free scotch. And for a Friday, for me to get free scotch and no syphilis, I count this as a win in Las Vegas.
Anything you'd like to plug? Tell us about your show, what you're up to.
Yeah, I host a show called The Political Orphanage. If you don't like red team or blue team, you might fit in on The Political Orphanage. Come check it out. It's a show called The Political Orphanage.
I absolutely love your show. I love the videos you put out. It was funny, right before we found out you're going to be on the show, Amity reposted one of your videos like the day before. So it was crazy. It was like, no, we're getting Andrew Heaton. So that was really cool. Appreciate you being on,
Thank you very
man.
much.
I don't know how to press these buttons. And you can find him on X at Mighty Heaton. And again, host of Political Orphanage. And he's got reason.com links and mightyheaton.com. Appreciate you coming on, man.
Yep.
Second place for the first time ever. This is the only time Avens has not won while she was on. Oh, wow. What did you think, Avens?
Well, I mean, last time I brought kittens on the show, and that was that got a lot of points. I had a really good time, as far as I'm concerned, it's it was the redhead and the other woman. We're good. Terry and I, we actually planned this ahead of time. So yeah, all good. She gave us scotch. We're good.
Yes.
Yeah, see, if I was any good at this, I would make sure my sponsor won. But I'm not really that good. Yeah.
I'm not the sponsor for tonight. Zano is. So,
Yeah. Well, no, I
Plugs to Xano.
threw you in there. Yeah.
I
So
say
appreciate
Xano
that.
was the real winner here.
Yeah, they really are. And I gave your organization Xano tonight.
I
so
want
that,
to
it's
know-
a nice.
I'm the real winner.
It's
Did
Yeah,
the
there you
points
go.
for
Yeah.
Zoom go to me, or were they their own points?
Anything you want to plug, Avens?
I'm just curious. Like when she said when people said $200 points for Zoom, did that go to me or not? I'm just curious.
I don't know. You'll have to do the accounting with your.
Zoom.
Anything you want to plug?
Well, we have these lovely.
Was there a
products
hanging
here.
Chad?
We have these lovely products here. We've got Zoom, we've got Plur, we have analogs of shrooms and MDMA. So come get your trip on, come get your roll on. They're all available for purchase at zoomtrip.com. And yeah, I don't know. That's really what I talk
Awesome.
about. Thank you.
The amount of free
Do you take
swag
Xano yet?
that I got on this. Terry gave us all this scotch.
There you go.
We've got free drugs over here from Avens. And then Spike gave me all this cocaine in the bathroom, and I didn't even want it. And I was like, I don't even take cocaine. He's like, no, I got way more cocaine than I could want. And he kept giving me cocaine. It was amazing. It's just been terrific. A wonderful night.
I'm like, that's a cryptocurrency. You can't get high on it.
I love that Spike
He
was
didn't
not,
repudiate it, so he agrees tacitly.
Spike wasn't listening to a thing you just said.
And you can follow Avens on social media. On X, she's at Avens O'Brien. Check out her Substack. And of course, the company is Advanced Mycology, and you can find them at advancedmyco.com. And appreciate you being on. You're always so much fun. You're
Always
such an awesome friend. Appreciate you so much.
I'll give you more drugs after this. It's cool.
Awesome. And so the grand prize winner tonight was Terry Kibbe. What'd you think, Terry?
You know, honestly, I was like, I am going to be spending my Friday night in Vegas doing this, but I am so happy that I did. It was actually a great time. We had lots of friends in the room. It might have helped like tip the scales in my favor. I don't know, but it was great. I had a great time.
Awesome. And plug what you're up to, please.
So my husband and I, Matt, run an organization called That Guy, the guy that, you know, took my scotch.
The guy with that fabulous mustache.
Yes. We run an organization called Free the People. Half of our great team is here. We use video storytelling to teach people about liberty and freedom.
Awesome. And you can find them at freethepeople.org. On X, Terry's at Terry Kibbe or at Free the People. Appreciate you being on. Had so much fun on Matt's show today. I was really excited to do that. So that was a personal thrill for me. So thanks for letting me do that. And let's go. What am I supposed to do here? And thank you to our sponsor for tonight, Xano. Your privacy matters. Choose Xano, the leading blockchain platform that prioritizes confidentiality and security. And if you're new to the space, go to intro.xano.org. You want to pretend like you're me? Just say whatever comes to mind when I press a screen.
Thank you to our subscribers at BatsT76.
Don't read all of them.
Keep
subscribe
going.
on X.
Keep
Subscribe
going.
for exclusive content and shows. Sponsors of the show.
Just email.
Studio at Freedom Uncut.
Yeah, you're good at this.
10,000.
There's 10,000 of them.
Are you smarter than a politician was going to be at the what?
This looks easier than it
It
is.
really is not. It turns out you can't read aloud like you think you can.
No, it really
At the
can't.
Midwest Peace and Liberty Festival, this August 6th through 9th, 2026, in Lake Satoshi, Michigan. If you go to mplfest.org, you can find out more. And that's me. Go to the Freedom Superstore, full of all sorts of things that you probably agree with. Like my other car is a killdozer.
You should get one of those.
Satoshi for president.
Yeah.
Which we'd have to find out if he's a natural born citizen first. But
that's
you can go to
good.
freedomsuperstore.com.
And you can follow me and Terry on X. I am at Smarter Game Show. She is BatsT76. And what about this?
What about this? You were the power. I don't know what I think about this. So according to this slide, You Are the Power finds people who are being disrespected by their government and organizes to get all of us the respect that we deserve. Now, I've heard that they protect people all across the country from abuse by corrupt state and local level government officials. And further, I heard... You're going to put that there?
Well, no, I was going to put you on.
Hi. No one wants to look at me. They want to look at the thing. So that further...
I thought you didn't like
a
the
little,
slide.
a little break. No, put the slide back up. Further, I've heard that in the last 3 years alone, You Are the Power has processed over 1,000 causes. That is, children returned to wrongfully accused parents, houses and homes and farms saved from eminent domain, charges dropped against innocent people, and corrupt officials resigning in disgrace like they deserve, all across the country. And in those 1,000 cases, they've only lost once. 99. Well, you don't have to applaud that. You didn't have to applaud that. I'm not saying not to applaud it. I'm just saying you didn't have to applaud it. But this is what... At You Are the Power, we try to help people where they are. And in doing so, we drive home our underlying principle, which is that every time that theft and violence is used against people, their lives are made worse. And so not only should we not do that to people, not only should we not tolerate it from other people, but we certainly shouldn't tolerate it when it comes from the government, who can do theft and violence at an unimaginable scale. So if you go to youarethepower.net, you can be a part of that today. Thank you so much.
Remember, he's Spike Cohen and you are the power.
And let's see here. Wrong button. There we go. All right. Thank you all, everybody in the chat. Thank you especially to the lovely Terry Batts, who puts all these things together, has to chase us all down for information, do all this stuff, flew all the way across the country to be here to do all this. She loves You Are the Power.
She loves this community.
It's so nice to see her in person. I love you,
Absolutely.
Terry.
Absolutely. So make sure you go up and say hi to her on your way out. And thank you to Amity and Casey and Emily for all the support, doing all this. I mean, if somebody said we want to do a game show on the road, most people would run like hell. So we appreciate that you guys help us out with all this. And make sure you donate to You Are the Power, one of the best organizations in our entire movement. They do real work that gets real results. They help real people. Make a donation to them. And thank you to everybody in the chat. You guys made this so much fun tonight. Thank you to our contestants. And have a good night, y'all. Peace out.